Good afternoon, everybody. I'm going to take a look at this artifact and two more gateway styles as well. This one has a very cool design to it. You can see how it's just a big skull with its chin and its nose and the carving for its eye. It's got a big fat cheekbone. And when we tilt it away, and you can see how the shadows really start to reflect that eye shape. When we tilt it away as well, it starts to really start to resemble a great portrait here. You can see in the shadows and in the sun and different distances the details for this face statue. And this one is really great because it has a lot of different images on it that are all cartoony shaped like that. Let's go ahead and take a look at a few of them right now together. So this one right here is very neat as well. He's got this long nose and this very big circle eye, and he's got this little smiley face in there. You can see his little crack for his mouth. So his mouth's right here, of course his long nose. And let's go ahead and get some more shadows in here so that you can see his goofy face and large cheek again. So of course we're learning the theme of this particular stone, and you know, they all have these big fat cheeks. So the artist had a certain style, just like all art, you know, there's styles to it. And this rock, this piece of art that was made probably more than 12,000 years ago, has portraits of human beings all over it. Now this one on the left, you can see the open mouth for the character. He's wearing some type of hat. You can see how the rest of the stone is kind of depicting a hat, the eye, the nose, and the mouth open right there. Try to get the shadows in there so you can kind of see it a little better against the white anyway. And then as we pull it away a little further here, you can see the whole stone with a left side portrait, with the open mouth being here and the long nose, and then the eye shadow right there. The eye in the shadow, rather, not that the person's wearing eyeshadow. And then when we tilt it away to the edge there, you can see how it becomes a face. Isn't that something? And as we tilt it around here, you'll see more and more of these. Let's go ahead and take a look at this one here with the left side portrait. Very large shadow eye you can see in there, and when we lift it up, you can see how the details are lifted. Like the stone is kind of carved, is what I'm trying to say there. You can see all the details for it if you look closely. And of course the mouth and cheekbone, kind of the, you know, the jawline is. Perhaps he's an animal-morphic character, this one. And you can start to see on the top here all these little waves. These are other portraits as well. You can start to see just very small ones in here. This one is also a bird, of course, just like most of the artifacts here in North Carolina. This on the bottom of it's very flat, you can see, and it is a bird head, at least on this direction. You can see how the black, picture the black as being the ends of the feathers, and the recessed beak, which is a common theme here. You have that recessed beak in there, and the carving for the eye. So it's like a big hawk head. You can see how the round head comes out. Pardon me. Looks like we just lost our sun, but that's okay because it helps to see these stones in different shadows and things. There's several more on here though. If we can kind of take a look here for the left side, you can see these big circles, little characters carved into here. Go ahead and zoom in on this one just a little bit because I think he's really pretty. When we tilt it there, you can see how the eye is positioned right here, the nose, and then the open mouth. And as we tilt him more and in different directions, you can see how he starts to come out, the details for him. Perhaps the top is all rippled for hair. Isn't that something? It's a really nice one. It's a great representation of the style of art here. There's a lot of things on this and a lot more that we could go over and discuss with it. So if you guys want to see more of this particular one, let me know. And really briefly, we'll look at similar cartoon shaped in the gateway styles. We haven't looked at gateways in a while. Here's our sun again, which is perfect for this paint. If you look closely on this stone, this is a portrait with the face in black, with the long nose there. You see how the nose is kind of represented. You can see the eye. If you look at the colors of the stone, you can see how there's black here, there's red here, and you can see this line carved in. Well, that line denotes the hair. The hair is all on the left-hand side here, and the face is painted in on right. A really neat one, and here's another one in comparison. I'll show you. You guys probably have seen this one before. This one is another cartoony shaped character. His face is in brown with this black spot for his eye. He's got a yelling mouth and he has a giant bird hat on in yellow. So the character is in brown. You can see his Adam's apple poking out right there. And he's just a painted on face right in this section in brown, facing to the right, of course. The black is outlining him. You can see the same colors, the same shapes really on both of these stones. These are arrowhead shaped pieces of quartz. And these are the gateway style artifacts. So a lot to share, a lot to go through still. So look at this one with the eye, the nose, and the hair. It looks like the portrait of a woman, perhaps with a bird on her head. All right, folks, have a great one. See you again soon. Bye-bye.